Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Nordic Market News, our attempt to summarize the Nordic market affecting news here in Sweden, Norway, Denmark and Finland. Today is Friday, May 26th, and it's about 1 o'clock here in Stockholm. Let's first, as always, take a look at the indices movements this week. And the major events this week might have been the terror attack in Manchester, a very sad event leading to over 20 casualties, which did not affect the stock markets a lot, however. And also, we've been closed for trading yesterday due to the Ascension Day, the Christian holiday. And today Denmark is closed as well, whereas Stockholm and Oslo and Helsinki are open for trading. So the indices this week is that OMXS30 is up 0.2% so far, but down 0.4% today. So it was up slightly higher on Wednesday closing. OBX in Oslo it has taken a hit from the plummeting oil prices yesterday following the OPEC meeting. We'll come back to that. So it's actually down 0.9% for the week, and that being an outlier in the Nordic context. And today it's down 1.1%. So the whole downward movement is today actually, and more than that. In Copenhagen, the stock market, the C20 index is up 0.7%. It's just Monday till Wednesday since it's closed today and was closed yesterday. And in Helsinki, nothing much to report there. Another 0.5% up. It's flat today. And the biggest 40 shares of the Nordic in the N40 index it's up 0.8%. It's down slightly today, 0.3% today. All right, let's take one country at a time. And now we'll start with Sweden as usual. And what happens here? It hasn't been a very eventful week. Stefan Persson, the main owner and the heir of the founder of H&M, he's the chairman. He bought another 1.1 million shares. As you might remember from last week's broadcast or webcast, he bought quite a few shares also last week and the week before that. So this summarizes to him now owning 39.7% of the company and 70.7% of the votes. And the stock is up another 2.7% so far this week. It also rose slightly last week, as you might remember. Among the other large cap companies in Sweden, Ericsson, with a rather new CEO, Börje Eklund, is also up 3% this week. And according to Dagens Industri, Cevian, the activist fund, headed by or spearheaded and founded by Christer Gardell, is reportedly showing interest in the company. And Cevian, Mr. Gardell is said to have met Ericsson's chairman Leif Johansson for dinner. And also today, Dagens Industri wrote that Cevian probably has used UBS to secretly buy a lot of shares in Ericsson. And when Cevian buys shares in large caps in Sweden, those stock prices usually soar because of assumptions of Cevian having some kind of value-adding agenda. All right, so those were the Swedish main news. For Norway, as you remember from the start of this webcast, the index is down slightly as opposed to the rest of the large caps indices in the Nordics. And that probably can be derived from the oil price having taken a hit after yesterday's OPEC meeting, which did decide on production cuts as expected, but they did not increase those cuts. So the Brent oil price fell almost 5% yesterday. And of course, the heavily oil-dependent Norwegian stock market followed suit. The Brent oil price is now, it was at $50.86 at its lowest this week. And Statoil, the largest oil producer in Norway, is down 2% so far this week, and some oil service companies are also down. The most visible fall in stock prices was probably Seadrill. It is down some 15% today. And Nordea, the bank, assumes that financial restructuring that is in the making for Seadrill will not leave much left for the current stockholders. So Nordea actually slashed its target price to 1 Norwegian krona per share. The current price is 4.40. And outside of the Norwegian oil market, there's been some news in the telecom sector as well. They have a big mobile telecom or a telecom operator, Telenor, and it is up almost 2% this week, and one of few Norwegian winners. And the news was that the Thai mobile operator has said that Telenor is the preferred partner to their mobile operator TOT on delivering 4G services. Over to Denmark. It is closed, as I said, today, and was closed yesterday as well. Pandora, the jeweler, lost new ground, and it's down 6.6% this week, the stock price. And the news there is that a new major short seller, an American hedge fund, AQR, has emerged. And on the positive note, a large Danish insurance company, Topdanmark, they reported unexpectedly strong numbers on Tuesday. So that share is up almost as much as Pandora, 6% for the week. And when explaining why the first quarter was so strong, the CEO said that there were few fires and few major damages, whereas there were a lot of new customers during the quarter. All right, and then finally, Finland. The big news there this week that I found is that Nokia settled with Apple in a patent legal conflict, and there are some royalty payments pending for Nokia, so that stock is up 2.2% for the week. And Telia, the jointly owned Swedish and Finnish telecom operator, is up 4% for the week, which makes it the best stock to own in Finland this week. And for Telia, there seems to be dividends coming up from Turkcell. That was all for us this week. Thank you for watching, and welcome back next week to Nordic Market News. Bye.